Whenever I see my patients for their well visits, there's always a ton of things I want to talk about with them. But I have to be a little picky about what I can talk about with them because of time constraints. I always make it a point, though, to talk about what they're eating, how much they're sleeping, and if they're exercising. Because I really believe these 3 things are essential to a good, healthy body. What you put in your body will either fuel your body and help it to grow and thrive, or it will poison your body. And if over time your self-healing abilities become overwhelmed, you'll die. I don't say that exactly, but it's true. Obviously, the better and healthier things you put in your body, the better and healthier your body will be. I often ask them, what's your dream car? Mine, a cherry red Ferrari. And I ask them, if you had your dream car, a Ferrari, let's say, will you go and put the cheapest gas in the tank? No way. You're going to find the finest and make sure that engine hums the way it was built to do. Well, our bodies were made even finer than a Ferrari, or any other dream machine for that matter. But junk in, junk out. It's not rocket science. But not always easy to practice, especially when there's a constant bombardment of temptations. I know, but it's working on making good choices, a choice by choice at a time. Being mindful that it is a choice, and what you surround yourself in will make your choices easier or harder. You can choose to buy a ton of junk food and bring it home and tell yourself not to eat it and get mad when you fail, or you can decide not to bring it home. You can walk into a candy store and buy a bunch of candy and be mad at yourself that you did, or you can choose not to go into the candy store. You can choose to put a bowl of fruit on the table so it's readily available, help you make a good choice when you are hungry, or you can put bags of chips or a bowl of candy on the table and be mad at yourself when you choose a bad choice. In other words, try to set yourself up for success. Likewise, with our spiritual life, what we decide to put in our minds will either strengthen our connection and love for God, or our spiritual life will be poisoned and we'll be further and further separated from God, and eventually we'll no longer be connected to the one who gives us life and meaning. We all have our vices and temptations, things that occupy our time and mind. The more spiritual, meaningful things we put in our minds, the healthier our spiritual walk will be. The more we surround ourselves with hateful rhetoric, fear-mongering news, and whatever else vices that keep our thoughts occupied where it shouldn't be, envy, lust, contempt, self-indulgences, the sicker our spirit will be. Be intentional about what you decide to put in your mind. Be intentional about what you decide to surround yourself with. What you let your mind indulge in. Like a healthy diet, work on getting all the good stuff you need for the day in. If some of the not so good stuff filter in, you'll be full enough from the good stuff. You won't have as much room for overindulging on the bad stuff. And the little bits that come in, you won't get overwhelmed by it. Hebrews 12:2 says, we must keep our eyes on Jesus, who leads us and makes our faith complete. And everybody knows Matthew 6:33. But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Seek him first. Seek him always. Seek him in all things. Fill your mind with the good stuff. Have a blessed day.